What's up, YouTube? This your boy AWOL back at it again. In this video, I will be talking about the Matrix and the mechanisms of the Matrix as it pertains to manifesting. So, what is the Matrix? The Matrix is a simulation. It is an artificial world, right? It's an illusion. Think of a virtual reality, such as the one in a computer game. Think of the movie The Matrix, how everyone was living in a false world, a simulated reality. Okay? So this world that we live in, there's more that meets the eye. Our sense of reality and how we define reality and how we perceive reality is completely subjective and solipsistic in a way, in a sense. And I'm going to explain why. Well, first we have to understand that in reality, one of the universal laws states that nothing in reality is constant. Everything in reality is subject to change. So our reality, whether that be on an individualistic level or on a collective level, our reality is constantly shifting and changing every moment, right? So from the day you're born up until the present moment, which is technically all there is the present moment. The past, this concept of time, the past, the future, it's part of the illusion. There's only one big now. But I digress. So every day, every second, every minute, every hour of our life, we are manifesting. And the way we manifest is with our thoughts and our emotions. Your emotion, what is it? What is emotion? Emotion means energy and motion, right? What is your thoughts? Your thoughts are like building blocks, or your thoughts are like seeds. Because you have to understand, we are like farmers in the Matrix. Not only we are farmers, we're being farmed. The Matrix is one big farm. So the Bible says you reap what you sow. So we as farmers are planting seeds, right? So that's what your thoughts are. Your thoughts are seeds that you plant. Now, what germinates those seeds? Your emotions. Your emotions are like the water. Your emotions are like the nourishment, the nutrients that nourishes those seeds. So your thoughts and your emotions work together to manifest and create your reality. So your emotions are a very powerful creative force. So the universe is a mental construct. That is one of the Hermetic principles. The universe is mental. So everything about the Matrix is all in your head. It's all in your mind. This false world is a mental construct. So the Masons, what is their main theology centered around? Building. What is a Mason? A Mason is a builder. Think of a stonemason, right? So Masonry is all about architecture. That's what the G in Masonry means. It stands for the great architect, right? So, like I said before, the mind is a mental construct that you're building. That's why I said that your thoughts are like Lego blocks. Lego. Where does the word Lego come from? Log, like the logs of a tree. So why do you think you log on to the internet? So you can go online. So you can connect to the networks of the Matrix. So it's the logs of the tree. Your building block, your thoughts are like building blocks, stones. And you are the Mason, the architect, the great architect constructing your reality, which is your mind. So your mental state of being translates into reality in the material world, but it begins in the mind, right? So that's what witchcraft is. Witchcraft is farming. Witchcraft is about the garden, planting seeds and growing herbs. If you look up the etymological origin of these words, it all leads to what witchcraft essentially is. That's why the Bible has these concepts and parables, such as separating the wheat from the chaff. God in the Bible is depicted as a farmer. He is portrayed as a farmer. And he's planting seeds, which will be you, right? And his chosen ones, he harvests those he chooses. By what? Separating the wheat from the chaff. So you as a farmer, you are planting seeds with your mind. And these seeds, they grow into trees. Right? And this happens in the spiritual world. And if you keep watering these seeds with your emotions, with powerful emotional conviction, these seeds eventually grow into trees. That's why in the Bible it says it only takes the faith of a mustard seed can grow past any mountain. Right? So that's what it's talking about when it's talking about faith. It's emotional conviction. It's your subconscious mind believing something to be true. That's what constitutes truth in the Matrix, is what your subconscious mind believes to be true. That's the only thing that's true. There is no absolute truth. There's only half truths. Okay? So what you believe to be true, perception is reality. So, like I was saying, these trees, they grow, and the more they grow, the more they blossom, they become rooted in the material world. They become so big, so heavy, so crystallized. They become so dense that they begin to solidify, and they begin to take root in the material world. And then once that happens, you can be fruitful with that, depending on the type of seeds that you've sowed. So you can cut this tree to form logs, and you can use these logs to build with. So if you look up the etymology of the word, look up the etymology of the word. It's logos, the logs of the tree. That's why you see all this tree symbolism in the Bible. The tree of life, the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, right? The logos, the word. What does it say in the Bible? In the beginning was the word, right? Which is the logos, the tree. Because like I said, we are masons. What is a mason? A builder, one who is a practitioner of the arts and crafts. We are, as spiritual beings, we are crafty. We build. And I'm telling you, building starts in the mind, because life is a mental construct, right? So these thoughts, like I said, they're like the Lego building blocks. You build constructs in the spiritual realm, the mental realm. And you have to understand what the mind is. The mind is what we call the Merkaba. The Merkaba is the mind-body connection, the psychosomatic connection. So let's break down the word Merkaba. M-E-R, is another word for pyramid or a ship, right? So the Mer, then you have the Ka. Ka is another word for spirit. So all my Dragon Ball Z fans, we already know about the Kamehameha, the spirit bomb. Ka is another word for spirit. Then Ba, B-A, is another word, is another way of saying body. So you piece it together, Merkaba. That is the spirit traveling in the body, which is a ship. You as a spirit is the operator, the observer, okay? Traveling in a spaceship, which is your body. Your body is a mental construct. So your body is essentially your mind. Your mind is a construct, a ship that your spirit is traveling in. And the body, the physical flesh and blood, is a material manifestation of the mind. That's why the Bible says your body is a temple, a vessel. What is a vessel? A vessel is another word for ship. So the Moors, a Moor is one who travels through waters. Okay? So it's important to make note of this. Everything is a mental construct. So your external reality, the surrounding world, the environment, the Maya, the illusion, the matrix, and your physical corporal temple or your body. The conditions of your world is a reflection of your mental state, your state of being. Because you have to understand that the world is an effect. Everything that happens in your reality is just an effect. The physical world, you're looking at the effect, but the cause is in the mental realm, the spiritual realm. So when we try to control our reality, we're trying to deal with the effects instead of dealing with the root cause. And that's where we as spirits go wrong. It's because we don't understand the mechanisms of the matrix. Because you have to understand that, like I said in my other video, the matrix uses an algorithm. Right? What do I mean by algorithm? Algorithm is basically input and output. Right? Just like okay, because that's how computers. This is how computers work. Right? You input data and then you get an output. So the things that the information that, because think about the word information. Information. So because information is data. So information forms you internally. The information that you feed into a thing, right? The output is the reality that you will get from a thing, depending on the input. So that is how the matrix works. So when you're on YouTube, right? The videos that you like to watch, the type of content that you like to watch, the more you watch it, YouTube will keep feeding you. It's a feedback loop. YouTube will keep feeding you relatable content. So if you like to watch videos about football, YouTube on your feed, your suggested video, YouTube will keep suggesting more relatable content, more NFL and NCAA type of content, right? That is how the matrix works. It's a feedback mechanism. So the things that you keep thinking and feeling with your emotional state of being, the matrix will keep feeding that back to you. It will keep magnifying it. That's why you have to be careful with your mental constructs and the seeds that you are planting. This is real shit. It's all a reflection. The matrix is a reflection of you, because you have to understand that there's parallel universes, and the universe is nothing but frequencies and vibrations. And each parallel reality has an energy signature. Each parallel reality has an energy signature. So you have to figure out what is the signature, the frequency of the desired reality that you want. You have to figure out the energy signature, the frequency, vibration of the desired reality that you want. Because that's the whole thing about parallel realities. They coexist, right? You have to understand that the universe is a multi-dimensional thing with all of these different layers and realities that simultaneously coexist at the same time. So there's all these different versions of reality and all these different versions of yourself simultaneously coexisting and parallel to each other. And each one has a different frequency, right? So think about it like this. You have, think about like a radio. And you have all these different stations, and you already know what your favorite stations are, right? So you tune in to the station that you want to listen to, right? You're like, so you are also like an antenna, a human. Think of yourself as a human antenna. Tune into the frequency vibration of that station that you wish to partake in. It has to, your frequency vibration has to synchronize to the frequency vibration of your desired reality. You see what I'm saying? So that's what I mean when I say life is always subject to change. It's not a constant reality. It's like I said, we think that this life is the only life there is, when there are alternatives. That's the whole point. That's why I chose the name that I chose, AWOL, Another Way of Life. There's always an alternative way of living. There's alternative realities. There's alternative paths that you can take in your journey. So we are always unconsciously manifesting our realities with our thoughts and our emotions, our state of being. The goal is to be skillful when you do this, to do this in a more conscious way. We unskillfully do this on an unconscious level all the time, but someone who's trying to master and control their reality, You have to figure out how to master and control yourself, your internal state of being, how to reprogram the mind, how to reconfigure the mind. See what I'm saying? Because everything is a mental construct. So you have to figure out, what are you feeding the algorithms? Because to get that output to get the output that you desire, you have to have the right input for the algorithm. That is the process of the matrix. And it's all about your state of being, the energy signature that you hold. So that's pretty much all I have to say about the matrix and how it pertains to manifesting. Right? It's like a game of Jumanji. You know what I mean? What world are you jumping into? Think of it as a portal. Every thought and emotion you have, you're opening a portal to another world. That's the best way I can explain it. I know it sounds crazy. And I know it sounds solipsistic. But the Bible said, Psalms, I forgot which chapter and verse, but in Psalms, it says, ye are gods. Right? So we are all creators. We are all co-creators. So the circumstances, people, places, and things that you want to manifest, it all starts in the mind. So that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about. Y'all be easy out there.